a PIHL.
Well, it looks like we're going to start early, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Frozen Pond Arena here in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night here at the Frozen Pond Arena. It is a D2 matchup of the Gold Division variety between the #1 Knoch Knights and the #2 Connellsville Falcons. Those Knoch kits are really nice, I'll be honest with you, but we'll talk about those in a second. We're going to lead off with the visiting Connellsville Falcons. The Falcons coming in as the second team right now in the division, 18.62 on the year. They have 2 games in hand on the Knoch Knights. Let's lead them off with head coach Jason Boone. He's assisted by Jason Stoll, Tim Pasola, and Aiden Bruick. It'll be #3, Evan Sabatine. #6 will be Logan Jenkins. #9 will be Mason Mazik. #10 will be Jordan Hambrowski. #18 will be Santo Crucio. #20 will be Maddie Smith. #21 will be Michael Bevan. #22 will be Landon Garlick. #25 will be Hunter Hughes. Starting in Golden Knight, Nick Daniels Nimick, #30. #42 will be TJ Snyder. #56 will be Liam King. #58 will be Riley Denny. #59 will be Nolan Wonar. He is your captain for the Falcons. #61 will be Bennett Stoll. #62, Larry Baraferio. #70 will be Logan House. #79, Sam Denny. #94 will be Will Whitaker. And #98 will be Nico Pisulo. On the opposite side, they are #1 in the Gold Division right now. 10 games played, 6-3-1 on the season. The Knoch Knights, led by head coach Nick Minton, assisted by Ryan Sutton and Jeremy Bechtold. It'll be #5, Zach Weiland. #7 will be Braden Noss. #8 will be Brady Lineman, your captain. #9 will be Tyson Volok. #18 will be Garrett Mitchell. Cross Sweeney will be wearing #26. #31 will be Calvin McLaughlin backing up in the cage tonight. Corbin Fallon will be wearing 35. Bryce Davis, 38. Nico Savannah will be wearing 35. Mitchell Myers, 55. #58 will be Peyton McIntyre. Andy Rikic will be wearing #71. Drew Ross will be wearing 81. Cam Christie will be wearing 84. Starting in Golden Knight wearing 88. Brady Helsel. #93, Chinjin McHattie will be wearing the alternates A this evening with Cam Christie. Thank you for joining me here on this Monday evening from the Great North. We'll be back with your opening face-off momentarily. I'm still back in the previous game. Apologies, folks.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Once again, welcome back to Frozen Pond Arena here in Gibbs, Ammonia, Pennsylvania. It is a PIHL Gold Division matchup of the D2 variety as the Connellsville Falcons will face the Knoch Knights. Both these teams sitting 1-2. Knoch 1, Connellsville 2. Connellsville 2 games in hand. But right now, doesn't matter, as this is a very, very, very important early season matchup between these two squads. I'll be honest with you, I'm in awe of how clean the Knoch Knights kits are this year. They are very, very, very stylish. The all white with a single black and a single gold stripe across them. On the opposite side, the traditional Connellsville garb of the blue jerseys and the white offset and the white lettering. I really enjoy this color matchup here this evening. It's almost like your good old-fashioned color rush in the NFL. Starting in goal tonight, Brady Heisel for the Knoch Knights. Heisel on the season, 5-3. And 363 goals against average and 842 save percentage with a shutout on the opposite side. It's going to be Nick Daniels Nimick, 6-2 on the year, has had all the action for the. He's only given up 14 goals in those 8 games, 175 goals against average and a 920 save percentage. Sit back, relax, enjoy a little bit of high school hockey on this Monday evening. Once again, my name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night. Coming to you live from the Frozen Pond Arena. It is time for our opening face-off that'll be won by the Connellsville Falcons. They'll be dumped in, but Caddy will get bounced off of that one. The numbers will come with the names as the game progresses. It's going to be hard to pay attention to the far corner as the Knoch student section has complete control of it. So keep an eye on it here as it'll be brought out by Connellsville. Opportunity in front. That's King getting knocked down. Rebound comes on, opportunity here for the Falcons, and they'll have to regroup. Get my lineup cards together. We started about 10 minutes early, so I'm just getting things organized now. I was able to get lineups for you pregame. King will leave this one out. The Falcons will dump this one up along the near wall. Denny out for Weiland. Weiland in. Dumps one in behind the cage. It's going to be Crucio. Dumping one around. Rebound comes up along the boards. And up to the point, Weiland will bounce this one down. Getting it around, shot on just wide of the cage was Noss. Comes out, chasing it down is Ross now with Smith all over him. Smith does get to that puck after a nice little play to get around. As you can see into the left of your screen, it is going to be very hard to see any action to the left side. Let the kids play, that's what they say. Garlic can't get to it. It's going to be picked up by the Knights and up and out. Wolnar will take this one in behind the cage, throws one around for Garlic. Out it comes back out for Ross. They'll regroup. Jenkins gets around a defender. Comes in, just throws one in behind. And I get lost in the student section, so we'll have to play it by ear there. Down are the Falcons. Weiland in behind the cage. Sorry, McIntyre behind the cage. It'll come back out on Helsel. Back behind the Falcons will pass this one in front. It'll be Garlic. Landon Garlick throws one through. It's opportunity here along the side by Whitaker. Could not finish it up. Jenkins, I think, along this near side. There's a penalty coming up. Jenkins will dump this one down. This is going to be fun, trying to see what happens in the near corner. Back up around. It throws on top of the net, and that's going to be touched up. And there's a penalty coming up. A cross check. And let's see who it's on. It's going to be on the Knoch Knights. And that's going to be Drew Ross heading off. Power play for Connellsville. This should be fun. I'll see if I can stand over them and see. I don't know. I can't stand because I can't see the opposite side of the rink. Back up it goes, back out, and it'll come out from Mazik. Mazik has to regroup outside of the zone. He passed over for Wonar. He'll dump this one up off of the boards. Mazik. Also collected and dumped and cleared the length of the ice. Penalty kill here. 14:07 remaining in the first period. 1:35 remaining in the power play for the Falcons. Wonar will dump this one across. I'm sorry, that was Denny will pump that one across. It's going to be turned over to McCaddy. McCaddy coming in. Opportunity here. Just going to be cleared, and that's going to be a penalty coming up. Touched up by Whitaker. Penalty shot. He didn't. He didn't exactly see what the call is. He didn't exactly signal it. Let's see what the actual penalty is. It will be a penalty shot for McCaddy. Wasn't the traditional call for it, but here it comes. St. John McCaddy heading up for the penalty shot. He's going to skate up on it, bring it in. McCaddy brings it into the zone. McCaddy goes on the backhand, scores! 1-0 Knoch! St. John McCaddy with the penalty shot goal. And it is 1-0 Knights. Wasn't the traditional call for a penalty shot, but it was definitely effective. And in the terms of I'll be honest. Still a power play for the Falcons, and that'll go down as a penalty shot, shorthanded goal for the Knights. You're racking my brain for the actual rules on that, what it's actually called, if it's a shorthanded goal or not. I do believe it's still considered. Back out it goes, carrying it in the Falcons. Getting around is Logan Haas. House. It's the puck and clears out off of Mazek. And that'll go the length of the ice. Daniels Nimick. Watch this one go behind him. Picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins carries it out of the zone. Jenkins gets lost in the student section. Back down behind. And cleared the length again with 30 seconds remaining. No seconds remaining. That penalty's expired. Into the far. Myers opportunity shot. Save made. Nimick is back out and cleared. Weiland throws this one back in. And that will be an icing call. 12:16 remaining in the first frame. Gotta see if I can load up the scoreboard here. See what they officially called that. See if they're as confused as I am right now. Face-off will be, I think, won. Yep, okay, by the Knights, and in comes Fallon. Fallon will by Pasola. Puck will come back out to Mitchell at the point. Mitchell skates back, throws one in behind the cage. Fallon behind it. McCaddy with the goal, definitely. That's what I do know. Back out. They'll go past Savannah out for Sabatine. He'll dump this one in. And the cross will be picked up by the Knights. Carrying it out. And the Knights will bring it in. Shot on high by Rekic. Weiland gets hit across the boards. Rekic will leave this one behind. Up back out to the point and picked up by the Falcons. TJ Snyder will carry it in. Snyder gets in around the backhands. Oh, gets it over to Pasola before he gets knocked down, but picked up by Fallon. He'll throw this one up for Rekic, and he'll throw this one on the cage and saved by Daniels Nimick. And that one will come back in front of the Knights. Back down Smith in the corner. Throws one on the backhand around for Stull. Stull loses the puck. McCaddy will pass this one out for Davis. Davis will just let this one go back, and Sinjin McCaddy will collect it back in his own thing. Passes it over. Fast-moving Lineman. Lineman's going to be offside. He was too fast for that. And that will be an offside. So, officially, penalty shot goal. Not calling it shorthanded, just a penalty shot goal. If you racked my brain 1,000 times, I would come up with that 999, but I wasn't 100% sure about it. Lineman will step in with Hughes, and it'll be one back out. Chasing it down is Denny, but coming back out McCaddy for Lineman. Brings it in, looks for the drop pass, but Stull was there to collect it. Coming back in, Knoch and Connellsville. Back half of our doubleheader here. Davis, a little bit of pressure there. Regroup along the half wall, and coming in, Lineman. Oh, look for the big hit in front, but it's the Falcons carrying it out. Denny dumps this one into no man's land. I can't tell you what's going on in that corner if it saved my life. Back down, Denny. Up to the point for Snyder. Down, cleared up, and it's going to be taken by Peyton McIntyre. Up then. Back down it goes. Carrying it out is McCaddy. Head of steam. Sinjin McCaddy already has one on a penalty shot. He gets held up by Wonar. Back down it goes for Denny. Big hit in the corner. Denny. It's hit by Davis, is sending it out for McIntyre. Weiland passes this one out. It's going to be dumped in past the Denny. Wonar will throw this one across. Jenkins leaves it for Wonar. Back out. Swaney loses the puck on the backhand. Penalty coming up. It's going to be a tripping penalty. And that's going to be on Wonar. And that's a power play coming up for the Knoch Knights. Face-off coming up to the left of Daniels Nimick, the senior. Face-off will be won and shot on, actually, by the captain, Lineman. And it's going to be cleared the length of the ice. They'll regroup. 1:48 remaining in the power play. 8:47 remaining in regulation. McCaddy backhands for Weiland. Weiland carrying across the blue, across the red, across the opposite blue. Brings it into the zone. Crucio behind on the backhand across. It's over to Matty Smith, but it's going to go past him. Back for Lineman. They'll regroup in front. It'll be pressure there by Cam Christie, and that's going to make it so that it goes outside of the zone, back in to the massive confusion of the near corner. No clue what's going on there. Don't even ask. 8:07 remaining. It looks like it's going to be carried out by Christie. Back all the way up across McCaddy. McCaddy makes it in, but he comes back out temporarily. That's offside. 7:56 remaining. Regulation. I'm sorry, in the first period, 54 seconds remaining in the first frame. Face off directly in front of us to our right. Face-off will be won back. Picked up and dumped in by McCaddy. Sorry, that was McIntyre dumping it in. Back up to McIntyre at the point. Across for Weiland. Weiland. Down, picking it up is Knoch. Knoch throws one on. It'll be saved by Daniels Nimick and held on to. Shots are 6-4 in favor of the Knoch Knights here early. Once again, thank you for joining me on a Monday evening here from Gibsonia at Frozen Pond Arena. PIHL Division II matchup of the Gold Division. Connellsville and Knoch, 1 and 2 in the division right now. Puck will go back into the near corner. I'm going to stop making cracks about it. It is funny to me still. So don't think that the comedy is on me about this one. Back in comes Drew Ross. Drew Ross looking for the shot on. It'll just be tipped out and back up. Penalty has expired. Up in the far corner. The Knights will battle it on behind a cage up for Snyder. Snyder carries it out. Head of steam, Snyder. 3 white shirts on him, a little bit of pressure. Jenkins has a little bit of help. A lot going on, I guess, based on the sounds, but they might just be loud. I don't know. Jenkins will carry it into the zone. Jenkins gets around. Looks for the backhand, just wide of the starting netminder, Helsel. Carrying it out is Savannah, but carrying it back in is King. Liam King in the near corner. Belongs Zach Weiland. Half wall, carry it in, up past Crucio. Oh, big hit, knocked down on Connellsville. They're going to call a penalty here. It's going to be a slashing call. 5:59 remaining in the first. And that's going to be a slashing minor on Mason Mazek. He'll head off for 2 at 5:59. The Knights head back to the power play. 1-0 lead. 5:59 to go in the first. Lineman will step in with Barafio. This will be cleared out. McCaddy back into his own zone. Gets around Whitaker. Whitaker carrying it in. Oh, sorry. McCaddy carrying it in. Throws one high on Daniels Nimick. And that one will be cleared back out. Helsel. Back around. It'll be Weiland throwing one in front. McCaddy. McCaddy up for Lineman. Lineman for McCaddy. Back down to Lineman, but Christie for Lineman, the captain. Up to the point, Wineland. Weiland back from Lineman. Shot scores! Lineman fires one home. Goes the check on the student section. And it's 2-0 Knoch on the power play. I do believe the student section approved. 5:05 remaining. Power play goal. 2-0 Knoch. Lineman and McCaddy with the goals for the Knights so far. Back out it goes. It'll be Wonar. Across Jenkins. Get through. Rekich will carry this one back across. Okay, looking for Hughes, but it's going to get dumped back for Jenkins. Wonar for Jenkins. He's skating out of his skates. Denny's going to carry it in. Opportunity here for the Falcons. Denny throws one on. It's going to be saved by Helsel. Back for Hughes. Hughes dumps one down for Still. Denny behind. Pick it up and carry it out is Davis. Bryce Davis is a pick from Stahl. Davis back for Drew Ross. Ross dumps one out for Rekich. Doesn't get past Wolnar. Wolnar will bring it into the zone. Denny up to the top, shot on, save made. Rebound comes on. Hughes couldn't get to it. Oh, another chance there for the Falcons. That was King. Jenkins can't get to it, so opportunity coming the other way. It's going to be Noss. Noss gets picked by Jenkins nicely. Jenkins goes behind the cage on the backhand. Goes back to the forehand, throws one around. Carrying it up is Wonar. He's going to lose the puck. Opportunity here. Rekich shot. Save made. Comes back out. Cleared by Denny. Rebound Wonar. Back out King for Swaney. Swaney's shot goes wide of the cage. Back around for Mitchell. Far corner. Mitchell on the far wall. Looking down low and carrying it out is Jenkins. Jenkins loses the puck, but it's going to be Denny. Watching it get tipped back down to the point for Matty Smith. Smith throws one down for Denny. Denny for King. Swaney. Swaney for Denny. Swaney dumps one in off of his own player, Christie. It bounces back out, and it's going to be dumped around. Smith. It's the collected behind his own cage around. We dumped up for Mazik. This gets dumped back into their own zone. Swaney. It's hit by Denny. Denny throws one through. A little bit of pressure there from the Knights. Extracurriculars going on in front. And on is Sabatine. Across it will go. Christie with the break up for Smith. Smith goes behind the cage. Up across, looking for Barafio. Barafio comes back across, but it's going to be dumped back in by the Falcons. And back out McCaddy. McCaddy has a lane. Gets around a defender. McCaddy thinks about it, gets a little bit of pressure and a little bit of help there. We get it out. Pick up and carry the other way is Whitaker. Will Whitaker into the zone. Whitaker gets broken up nicely by the Knights. McCaddy takes the puck in stride. McCaddy in behind the defense. Shot on. Save by Daniels Nimick. Comes back out past Weiland. Whitaker can't get to an opportunity coming the other way. It's going to be Garlick. Landon Garlick. I'll watch it be turned over to Volek. I'm sorry, Weiland. We thrown on a cage, and whoo, Daniels Nimick heads up play to keep that puck out. Sola coming down. Myers behind the cage. Throws one in front, nobody home. It's going to go out of the zone. Ross couldn't collect it, so it's going to be dumped back in. House will chase it in. Howes leaves one for Ross, but it's going to be picked up and carried out by Davis. Smith up for Howes. Throws one across. Oh, opportunity there into the student section, and that one goes underneath the bleachers. Oh, no, it doesn't. They do collect it and throw it back out. I tell you, all of our games in the PIHL are interactive. If you are standing in the student section, by an opportunity, you may get hit by a puck. It is outlined on, well, there are no tickets, but it is definitely outlined by the rinks no matter what when you walk in. Woo! McCaddy watches the puck go on. Back down for St. John McCaddy. He had a high stick on it, so he's not going to be able to touch it. Jenkins will throw this one down. Goes around for Maddie Smith. Davis. That's the root back on. Christie will leave him for Lineman. Smith rolls back, throws one in. That's the end of your first frame with your score. The Knoch Knights 2, the Connellsville Falcons 0. We'll be back with your second period.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
All right, back here for the second period. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is 10-Band TV, Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. It is Berg Hockey Night, Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and 10-Band TV. I'm on 10-Band PIHL 2 if you want to check us out this evening. If you have somebody that wants to watch, you can see it there. You can go on YouTube. You can download all those fun apps that they have. It is live. It is on demand. Do what you need to. This one, 2-0 Knoch leading. St. John McCaddy on a penalty shot at 3:16, and Brady Lineman with a power play goal at 11:53. But this one heads into the second period with the Knights lead heading left to the Falcons going left to right. Around Weiland will dump this one in behind. I'm going to assume that that is Tyson Volok, both wearing Weiland names on the back of their jerseys. Coming in, Lineman opportunity. It's going to be clicked out. It's going to be dumped down. Christie, wait for the outlet. There'll be pressure there by the Falcons. That is Denny. And that's going to go out of play. 16:23 remaining in the second frame. 11-7 are your shots on goal in favor of the Knights. Face-off coming up behind the student section, so I have no clue who won it. You got to love to see the student section show up, though. That is an amazing thing to have the support for the student athletes from their teams, especially in this open division where you have multiple schools that are combined to create these teams. Weiland, well, that's going to be Volek across. Shot on by McCaddy. Scores! St. John McCaddy. That's his second of the contest. That was a power play goal. I missed the penalty. That was on Jenkins. 16-16 remaining. Second of the contest for McCaddy. McCaddy's 15th of the year in 11 games. Face-off will be won by the Falcons and dumped back in. Swaney on the backhand across. I'll go past Smith. Smith behind the cage. Garlick will dump this one out. Graffato. Watch this one get dumped in for Smith. And that one go in behind for Will Whitaker. Whitaker around for Garlick. Crucio. I'm sorry, that is Mitchell. Going on out, and McIntyre will carry it across. McIntyre into the zone. Throws one through. It goes, sits in the top of the crease, and it'll come back out. That'll be picked up by Garlick. Garlick up for Myers. Swaney goes up high on Garlick. That's going to be an elbowing off half there. Penalty coming up on Swaney on a rough. So that's going to be a Connellsville power play coming up. Connellsville to the advantage. Back in, another power play coming up. This one for the Falcons. Lost in the student section. It does come back across. Carrying it out is Crucio. And behind the cage, Davis on the backhand. Carried out. Lineman throws one across. Crucio will collect it back into the Connellsville zone. 1:24 remaining in the power play. Whitaker brings it into the zone. He drops in, shot, scores! Whitaker cuts it to 3-1 on the power play. Connellsville getting back into the contest here. 14:25 remaining in the second frame. McCaddy. It'll be one back up, and Snyder with the turn. Pasola has there too. Pasola ends up with the puck. It's around a defender. House shot. Goes wide. Snyder falls down as he goes. That'll be Weiland dumping this one the length of the ice. That's an icing call. 14:09 remaining. Shots are 12-9 in favor of the Knoch Knights. 3-1 is your score. McIntyre steps in. It's the face-off back. The Falcons cut that lead down, but coming back is Mitch Myers. Mitchell Myers for Snyder. Snyder's going to give it over to Pasola. He'll throw it around for Smith. Matty Smith. There's it here, and look for a tip in front by Mitchell Myers. Yep, that's going to be Braden Noss. And on a doubleheader, and then their group down behind McCaddy, and they are going to call it. There's a little extras going on at the bench. Myers. Joe Myers and TJ Snyder having a disagreement in front of the Knoch bench. Went a little far. They whistled to play dead. 13:37. Looks like we're going to have coincidental minors. Or let's see what they end up. Looks like just going to be coincidentals. They're saying 5-on-5. Okay. Face off into the left of the senior netminder, Daniels Nimick. All senior netminders this evening from doubleheaders. Behind Jenkins. There's that one through up off of Fallon. On for Stahl. Hughes battles across and it's going to be kept down. Stahl, not for Fallon, back for Denny. Denny, back, that'll be cleared back out. And Rekic brings it into the zone. Shot will go into the corner. Smith up around the defender. Smith has Stahl and has Denny. Back down Smith on the backhand. Pass Stahl. Back for Denny. Denny throws one behind. Stahl will collect. He shakes off a check. Weiland comes out. Sorry, Weiland comes in and holds on to him. That's an opportunity here. Oh, it was a wide chance there for Connellsville, but a nice job by Weiland to keep him boxed out in front. Jenkins. Smith. I am keeping myself from several puns here this evening. Trying to be nice. Weiland down for Hughes. Hughes dumps one in, past Weiland, which I believe that actually is Tyson Volok, wearing a jersey that says Weiland, but has a number 9 on it. All right, face-off won by the Falcons. It'll be cleared up for King. King back down, and they'll clear it in. Christie, crown for Denny. Sweeney. Back out it goes, and they'll regroup in front of us. King on the backhand has to get through. McCaddy with the Christie for Mazick. Back down across. McCaddy all alone, looking for the dumps in. Back Lineman's there. Back down and cleared up for Mazick. Mazick gets hit by Lineman. They'll regroup in front of us. They'll battle off pretty tough. Back down, Christie gets hit by King from behind. Lineman comes up, gets a big hit. And it's going to break down in front of the student section here. And Denny, if you wait a second. Here we go. Christie holding it down. Mazick, King. And they'll regroup, and there is a little extra going, and there was a penalty coming out of this. Who had too many here? It's going to be Denny heading off as the coincidentals expire. Denny and Christie head off. We'll just exchange coincidental minors for coincidental minors. We'll play 5-on-5. And face-off will be at center. Looks like, yep. 11:19 remaining here in the second period. 3-1, Knoch leading Connellsville. Reminder, I'll be back Monday from Alpha Ice Complex, Cathedral Prep and Shaler. I'll be back here on December 15th. I do believe Knoch is in. Let me double check that. But I do believe the opening game, it's Burrell at Knoch on the 15th. I'll be back for that 7:10. The North Hills at Butler, the back half of the doubleheader here at Frozen Pond. Around it goes, finds Davis. Davis couldn't find the puck, however. Back for Whitaker. Whitaker with the goal for Connellsville so far. Back around at the point. Oh, we dump back down. Wonar. Up it goes for Davis, and it'll be hit down. They kept in nicely. Barafio. Back around. Whitaker. Oh, shot on. It's going to be blocked. Hit his own player. His player's down. Barafio took the hardest part of that shot. The turnaround shot hit his own player. Crucio with a big hit there. Barafio goes for an additional hit. And now it's a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Knoch. Shot on, save made, rebound, scores. Mitchell Myers with the goal. And it's 4-1 Knoch. Sometimes the emotion gets to it and you get in front of the game. And Knoch just heading off with a 2-on-1. First shot was a big save, but the juicy rebound was there and fired home by Myers. And 4-1 is your score. Lineman will step in with Snyder. Face-off will be won back to the Knights. That's going to go up for Snyder. Be cleared up Knoch. Into the zone, Snyder. It's around a couple defenders. Has Pasula in front. That'll get dumped back out to the point. Connellsville will throw that one through. Cleared out by Knoch. And a big hit in front of us. I couldn't see the reaction to that one. Across lineman will dump this one up long. Weiland gets hit. Back down. And it is Knoch. Comes back out to the point. That's going to be Volek. Dump back in Weiland. In the near corner. Sorry, in the far corner, that's going to be Knoch. Out to the point, picked up and carried out by the Falcons. Shot on just wide. A rebound comes up on Snyder. It goes to the point. Rebound comes out. Lineman throws one out for McCaddy. McCaddy doesn't get to it. Wonar with the separation. He'll just dump this one in behind the cage, and that will be an icing call. 8:37 remaining in the second frame. 4-1. The Knoch Knights now lead. Face off behind that wall of high school students. I think I can see Savannah is in there with Hunter Hughes. It'll be won back by Savannah. Shot on, save made, rebound, looking in front, tapped on the outside, rebound comes out. Oh. Daniels Nimick falling on it. And they'll do it again, this time to the left side. 8:29 remaining in the second frame. Back down Savannah. And around. Nice play by Hughes to get it around. Opportunity coming the other way. Denny shot. Save made. Rebound. Oh, tipped in front. Nobody home. Oh, Connellsville trying to throw one through. It is going to be saved. Nicely by Helsel. That one got tipped back in from behind the cage, trying to get the bank back in. Nobody home. 8:14 remaining second frame. 4-1 your score. Knoch leading Connellsville. 17-11 are your shots. Hughes steps in with Savannah. Shot will go in. It's back out to the point. Dump back in. Savannah looking for Fallen. For Stoll behind the cage. It'll be dumped in front. Nobody home. Carrying it out are the Knights. Smith behind. Carries it out. Smith gets around a couple defenders. In, and it's going to be bucked. The Falcons. This one go out. Savannah into the zone, into the abyss. Back around. Cross it'll be Knoch. Knoch carries it down into the near corner. Looking to see what happens. Ross is going to collect it in front of us. Make no mistake, you're seeing what I'm seeing. I have to hope that I can see it come out. Denny brings it into the zone. Dumps this one on the cage. And that's going to be Helsel with the save and bringing it across. Passing it out for McIntyre, but back out Denny. Denny's going to take the hit, and it's going to be King trying to clear it up. Ross throws it up for Myers, for Davis. Davis gets blocked across and cleared up for Ross. Who watches this one, goes back in on the cage, Crucio. It'll be thrown on. And Daniels Nimick will touch it up and hold on to it. 7:22 remaining in the second frame. Face-off coming up. As chippy as it's gotten, it's slowed down just a little bit. Lineman will step in with Denny. It'll be won by Lineman forward. He takes the shot that goes off of Daniels Nimick and out of play. 7:20 to go. Another face-off to the left. Lineman will step in with Denny. Lineman will watch as this one's won by Denny. Back out to the point, kept in. That'll be Weiland. Back across, cleared off Christie's body, but just out of the zone. Denny brings it in. He gets muscled off. Mazik will have to collect it. King loses the puck. Lineman will carry it the other way. In across. Passes it to McCaddy. McCaddy. Outside his lineman loses his skate behind the cage. Goes into the student section and back across. Weiland. 6:46 remaining in the second frame. Back down, up, Christie. Christie and Jenkins in the far corner. It's going to be picked up and over for a big shot there by Volek. It'll be a glove save by Daniels Nimick. Volek gets hit along the half wall. Get Bance back out. Volek takes a hit in front of the student section. We get chased around. Volek throws one through. It's going to be tipped out by Mazik. McIntyre almost gets separated, but it's a little bit of help from his teammates. Myers brings it into the zone. Myers on the backhand, throwing one across, but King has Marifio was wide open, but could not get it to him onside, and that's an icing call. 5:41 remaining. We'll have another face-off. 5:41. 4-1 is your score. Knoch leading. Shots are 19-11 in favor of the Knights. Savannah loses the face-off. Across it goes. Raffio will win that face-off. Smith back in his far corner. Raffio will let that one go out. Garlick couldn't get to it. Whitaker's going to throw that one into the zone offside. Mitchell's going to collect it behind his cage. Throws that one back around. Garlick will collect it. Tries to throw one around, but it's going to have to be Matty Smith in front of his own bench. McIntyre, sorry, that's Savannah. Leaves it out, but Smith keeping into the zone. Smith's shot will go off of a defender into the near corner. Barafio loses the puck past Garlick. Back for Wonar. In front of us, Barafio loses it to Savannah. Barafio gets hit by Rekic and goes back down behind the cage. Mitchell, far corner. Comes across for Fallon. Fallon up to the point. Kept in by the Falcons. And that shot will be on by Wonar. Whitaker lets this one go back for Smith. Smith shot low. Save and held on to by Helsel. 4:14 remaining second frame. We'll have another face-off coming up. That's going to be the left of the senior Helsel. Snyder steps in with Lineman. One back, and Sabatine could not collect it, so it goes back outside the zone. In front of us, Pasola watches this one go in front of the student section. Turning around, Lineman dumps it in, looking for Christie. Big hit to our left. Jenkins throws one off a defender. Looks for the backhand. He'll go to 3 white shirts in there. He does get around them, but House comes over and gives him a hand. Back around, it's going to have to be Sabatine. Back to Jenkins. Back down, pressure from the Knights. Lineman back up to the point. It's going to be carried out. McCaddy will collect that one. Coming in, Lineman the other way. Lineman, head of steam, gets around the defenders on to the backhand. Save made by Daniels. Nimick. Back to Ross. Ross shot goes through a screen. Save made. Rebound, Christie didn't have it. Jenkins back into the dark corner. No clue, up to Ross. Ross loses the puck, coming the other way. Pasola, he's going to be passed out. It's going to be carried out. Opportunity, Snyder. Snyder shot. Glove save and held on to by Helsel as the offense opens up a little bit here with 3:15 remaining in the second. Face-off coming to the left of Helsel. Hughes and McIntyre. Won by Hughes over for Denny. Denny's shot will just be looking for Stahl behind, but goes past him and Myers collects. Back it goes for Volek. Volek up for Knoch, and that comes out. Coming in is Myers. Back across for Denny. Denny out of the zone. Denny brings it in. He gets muscled off. Denny back to the point. Shot on. It's going to be blocked here, and Knoch had a hard time collecting that one. Hughes will dump this one in behind. Over for Denny. Back up for Weiland. Weiland watches as that one goes out past Knoch. Knoch will chase it down with Smith, but that's going to be an icing call with 2:31 remaining in the second frame. Going to come all the way back down. 4-1 is your score. Face-off's coming to the right of Brady Helsel. Face-off on by Savannah. It's going to come back out. Opportunity here coming the other way is Volek. Volek throws one on short side. Save made. Comes back out to the point. Opportunity coming out for Denny. Denny up for Mazik. Mazik looking for Denny back there, but Smith on the backhand will chip this one back. Pass on away. Mazik shot off the bar. Comes back out. Weiland gets hit on the half wall. Crucio. Crucio will take it in the far corner up for Smith. Has Denny, but it's going to be tipped back out. Weiland had a steam shot. Knob save there by Daniels. Nimick comes back out for Mazik. He'll dump this one in. Weiland and King in the corner. Little extracurriculars going on back there. See who comes out with the puck. It's going to be Denny. Denny shot. Save made. Nobody on the left side. Smith. It's dumped back behind. It'll go for Weiland. Weiland will chip this one out. Goes back for Crucio. 1:13 remaining in the second frame. Again, line changes aplenty late in the second. Barafio steps in with Lineman. Be won by the Knights. Back up. Back past Christie. It's going to be tried to be kept in by Jenkins, but out. Opportunity coming their way. Christie will dump this one across, and Barafio could not keep it in. Out come the Falcons. Lineman just dumps this one, and I thought the Falcons had that one for half a second. Jenkins gets muscled off by Christie. Jenkins tries to get it back in with 50 seconds remaining in the second period. Goes back up, picked up, dumped in by Mitchell. Rebound kept in by Mitchell once again. Try to send it back out. Jenkins, 36 seconds remaining. Jenkins on the backhand over for Garlick. Garlick up for Barafio. He could not get it around the defender. Going to be tipped down. Lineman takes the puck and tries to dump it in. 23 seconds to go. This one goes down for Mitchell. Mitchell has Whitaker. It's going to come back out Wolnar. Wolnar goes up for Garlick. Garlick back down. Throw one through, save made. Rebound comes back off with 6 seconds remaining. Jenkins shot, save made, wide in the cage. 2-1. Wolnar's shot is going to be blocked, and that's the end of the second period here at Frozen Pond Arena. Your score, the Knoch Knights 4 and the Connellsville Falcons 1. We'll be back with your third period after we have your out-of-town scoreboard.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Back here for the second intermission. We're going to go the out-of-town scoreboard. Let me load that up for you. Oh, there she is. The out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by 10 Band TV. I'll say it's brought to you by 10 Band TV. I don't know if it actually is, but I brought it to you. Upper St. Clair defeated North Allegheny 1-0 in overtime. Let's look at that one, as it was a showdown between October Player of the Month Chris Costa and Owen Laurent. Laurent winning that one, 24 saves. I don't have anything for the overtime period here. Oh, it was a shootout. I apologize. It ended up being a shootout that was just listed as an overtime win, but it was a shootout win for Upper St. Clair and North Allegheny. Shaler defeating Baldwin 6-3 at the Ice Castle Arena. Going into that game, two goals for Colby Colamarino, 2 goals and assists for Matt Stellitano for the Titans. The Fighting Highlanders, good goals from Austin Klein, Ryan Zabar, and Nate Buys. Jackson Fox, 22 saves in the win for the Titans. 38 saves for Zachariah Hunt for the Fighting Highlanders. Hampton, of course, you followed that game before this one. Hampton defeating Richland 5-1. Dylan Fogel with 2 goals for the Talbots, and Pat McCabe with 16 saves. Of course, Aliyah Ladika with 37 saves for the Rams. Franklin Regional defeating South Fayette 5-0. Compton, Tensuin, Yowie, Grant Williams, and Joey Casella with the goals for the Panthers. And goal, it was Payson Neff win for Franklin Regional. Overtime win for the Carrick Cougars over the Swickley Academy Panthers. Carrick getting 4 goals in the second, 3 goals for Swickley Academy. I apologize, it was not overtime. Carrick winning in regulation 4-3. Greensburg-Salem falling to Plum 8-3 at Pittsburgh Ice Arena. Let's look in that one. Plum getting 6 consecutive goals after Greensburg-Salem took a 3-2 lead in the second. A.J. Leah, we'll call him Aliyah, 4 goals for Plum in that contest. Jackson Klingensmith, 35 saves for the Golden Lions, 28 saves for Brody Gribben. Meadville Recreational Complex, Blackhawk defeating the Bulldogs 4-1. Let's see, we got 1 goal, 2 assists for Grant Schroeds for the Cougars. Matt Hofer with a win, 24 saves. Meadville, 30 saves for Max Benninger. Let's go back, look around. Seneca Valley, Central Catholic 2-2 at Alpha right now. Central Catholic, Seneca Valley 4-2, I apologize. That blew up out of nowhere as 2 goals before I even upgraded it. Gorick and Martin just scored 4. Where are we at for Central Catholic? Let me reload that because it seems like that one was way off for me. Yeah. Seneca Valley 4-2 over Central Catholic right now. Morgantown 7-3 over Wilmington at Hess. Let's see what we got with goals for Custer, 2 goals. 2 goals for Daphner. Petrucci has 2 goals, a goal and 2 assists. Cooper Cox, goal and assist. Ryan Lowe, 11 saves. That game's just in the third period now. I'm sorry, yeah, heading into the third period. 15 saves for Craig Patterson for Wilmington. West Allegheny 4-2 over North Hills at Barrel. You can catch that one on 10-Band TV 1. I'm sorry, that's not on 10-Band TV. That's a RMU tonight. Wineland, Knoll, Wineland, McKee for West Allegheny, Trotsky and Hunt for North Hills. Tallarico with 9 saves for North Hills, 14 saves for Sauford for West Allegheny. South Park trailing Chartiers Valley at Ice Castle, 2-1. Goals for Shedlock and Torabine. I'm sorry, that was penalties. Chorney and Viola for Chartiers Valley. Mooney for South Park. Waldron, 9 saves for Chartiers Valley. 36 saves for Costello for South Park. This one's 4-1 Knoch. 4-0 Bethel Park over Norwin at Palmer. Villaceres, Kozak, Decker, and Christen for the Blackhawks. Kalela in goal for Bethel Park, 16 saves. Levin Foss for Norwin, 18 saves. The only other game on the docket so far this evening, other than the North Catholic Montour, which is live on 10-Band. Moon leading Quaker Valley 1-0. Goal by Gurgley. 14 saves for Lorang for Quaker Valley, 15 saves for Ziegler for Moon. But here it is 4-1 Knoch. And how did we get here? Well, it opened up with a penalty shot goal for St. John McCaddy, followed by a Brady Lineman power play goal from Zach Weiland. St. John McCaddy gets a second in the second period, 44 seconds in. A power play goal from Tyson Volek and Brady Lineman. Another power play goal, but this time for Connellsville's Will Whitaker gets one back from Sam Denny. And then Knoch takes that 4-1 lead on a goal by Mitchell Myers. Braden Noss was the assist on that one. We'll be back with your third period here momentarily from Frozen Pond Arena.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
"17 minutes the distance here as we have ourselves a 4-1 contest. The division-leading Knoch Knights over the Connellsville Falcons. Big 3 points for the Knights as the Falcons have 2 games in hand, but you want to take that 5-point lead into that. You got to get 3 here. 24-15 are your shots in favor of the Knoch Knights. Heading into the third period. Considering the score, the goaltenders dueling out. Very physical, very fast contest between the two teams. Flashing skills to see that important position for the first round of the PIHL postseason when it does come around in March. Get that home game, all important home game. Of course, a little different for the Connellsville Falcons this year as moving on from the historical ice mine, moving to CFS Bank Arena, the formerly Ross Straver Ice Gardens. That'll be where they call home now. Lineman will come in with Barifo. Back around Whitaker on the backhand. It's going to be Lineman trying to tip this one around. Back around Garlic. Around for Smith. Smith loses it temporarily. Christie battling along the wall. Whitaker dumps this one down. Up around Weiland. Looking past Smith. Smith into the zone. Back behind. It's going to be Crucio. That was with Garlic. Dumps one down for Crucio. That's Whitaker, but tries to go outside. Lineman picks him off. Lineman an opportunity backhand. Oh, did have him undressed, but unfortunately was unable to finish up the play. And that's going to be a goal. That's a hat trick for St. John McCaddy. McCaddy with the goal. 5-1 is your score. Just picked one off. Was able to find an opening. That's the 16th of the season. 5-1. He'll be back to the point. Denny has to wait to get onside. We dumped in past the student section. We regroup. Still, we'll leave that one behind. Hughes with the hit behind the cage. Went around. Still. Around, hit off, and carrying it out is Myers. Myers takes a hit from Jenkins. Denny tries to get around McIntyre. They'll have to battle behind the cage. Stoll will take it. Dumps this one up along the half wall. McIntyre lumbering to get back to the bench. Back around Jenkins. Lights thinks about it, has Hughes. Back down Jenkins. He'll dump this one into the zone. Or go back down, dump for Weiland. Will leave this one out where Jenkins will collect it. 15-13 remaining. St. John McCaddy finishing off the hat trick. House throws one through. A penalty shot, a power play, and an even strength goal for McCaddy. Back behind it goes Savannah. This one around. The Falcons try to work this one out to the front. Helsel will watch it go behind the cage. Back. That'll be picked up by Volek, and he'll just dump this one back across. 17. This one in. Howes will get around a defender. He does end up getting it back into the zone. He'll run into a little resistance, and Weiland will take it behind the cage. Pasula with a little bit of pressure. Howes comes back to help him. Ross got his pocket picked temporarily. Howes will dump this one around. McCaddy can't get to the puck. Sabatine dumps this one down. Pasula up around, and Lineman has to watch as this one comes out of the zone. Lineman in, tries to get around a defender. McCaddy can't get to it. Pasula dumps this one back out. It goes off of Davis's skates, and we have a penalty coming up. Roughing is the call. Ross is the culprit. Connellsville to the advantage. 13:46 remaining. Drew Ross heads off for a rough. Going to be tipped back in by the Falcons. Crucio is up along the half wall, back out Smith. Mazik will bounce this back to himself. Smith in front of the Connellsville bench. Skates one through, gets around a defender. Back out Mazik. Mazik will dump this one in beside the cage. Davis. Carrying it in to Connellsville. Across. Opportunity here. Smith shot. Oh, it's going to be tipped out of play. 13:06 remaining. 1:19 remaining on the power play for Connellsville. Face off to the left of Brady Helsel. Down Crucio. This one around. Crucio will take it. Tries to throw one through. It's going to be kept in. Crucio just won't get dumped out. Smith back to center. This one across for Mazik. Mazik over for Smith. 5-1 is your score. 54 seconds remaining in the power play for Connellsville. But they're trailing. They need to get one quick. Smith brings it in. Battles off, and all goes in front. Crucio had an opportunity there. It's going to be up across the half wall. Whitaker. So this one is shot on. Oh, what a turning shot by Denny. Shot on by Smith. Scores! That's one of them. 5-2 is your score now. Connellsville trying to claw back into this contest. Barafio will step in with Lineman. They're pushing the two behind us back. It'll be one by Lineman back. Goes out for Mitchell, up for McCaddy. Goes past him, up for Jenkins. From the backhand, across it goes for Connellsville. Whitaker loses the Lineman. Cleared back out for Wonar. Garlic will dump this one in to the near corner. I'll let you know how it plays out. Lineman, head of steam, gets separated from the puck. Whitaker, and that's a penalty coming up. No, because offside was the call. My apologies. I saw the referee's arm up. Wonar on the backhand, past Whitaker. Back for Mitchell. McCaddy. Back for Lineman. Out for McCaddy. Yates gets around a defender nicely. Shot on. Glove save. Daniels. Nimick. Face-off coming up to the right of the Connellsville cage. 5-2 is your score. 11:07 remaining. 26-18 are the shots in favor of the Knoch Knights. Connellsville trying to claw their way back. Smith on the backhand throws one around. Davis has watched with wreckage to help him out. It'll be cleared up by Haas, but this is a very low ceiling. 10:55 remaining. Probably the lowest ceiling in the PIHL. The stanchions come across real low, even lower than Palmer, which I thought were low, but Palmer had one thing going for them years ago, and that was that they had that center hung scoreboard that really came into play. They removed that, of course, and went to the end zone scoreboards. Shot on, tipped out, and that one goes around. That's a high stick by Pasola. As they waved it off, Smith is going to collect it up along the wall. He keeps it in. It'll be dumped in, looking for the tip in front. Oh, backhand quickly by House. It was up, tipped around. House with another opportunity. Comes on, throws one in front. Nobody home. Smith to the top of the circles, looking under the backhand shot. Says wide, rebound, score! Should give him another chance. They took it. 5-3. Looks like it's going to be House with the goal. Chip. 10:08 remaining. 2-goal game. Hughes will step in with Lineman. Face-off be won by Lineman, back for Weiland. Oh, it's going to be an opportunity here. Lineman coming across. Throws one through from McCaddy. Save made! Daniels Nimick. 9:55 remaining. 2-on-1 for Lineman and Daniels and McCaddy. The shooter shot, but the save was made by the Tendy. Lineman will lose this face-off forward. Coming across opportunity here. Back across it goes Christie. Christie with Hughes. Tip back out. McCaddy. Penalty coming up. It's going. Oh, that's offside. Offside is the call. I am making that mistake. That's on me, folks. Face-off will be in front of the Connellsville bench. Lineman steps in with Hughes. It'll be one back. Christie. Christie throws one across for Lineman. Good. McCaddy still good. Bringing it into the zone. It's around. It'll be tipped back out. Weiland throws one on. Save made. Daniels Nimick. Rebound comes on. Tip through. Another save by Daniels Nimick. Behind the cage. Stoll tries to tip one around. Nice little play there to keep it away from Volek. Go back out. Lineman. Top of the circles. Throws one back to the point. McCaddy shot. Blocked. Connellsville going to turn around. Let's set up the offense. Coming in is Wolnar. Shot on. Save made. Rebound. And Helsel will hold on to it. 9:01 remaining in the second. (5-3) now your score. Connellsville chipping back away at that 5-1 lead at the beginning of the period. So shot on will be saved. An errant goal horn from the scorer's box throws everybody off. At 8:57 remaining, we'll have another face-off. Shot on. King scores! 1-goal game. Liam King off the face-off. Chip, 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 chip. And that's a timeout. We'll be back momentarily.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl to get an estimate.
Knoch came into the period with a 4-1 lead. It is now 5-4. Connellsville getting quick goals from Maddie Smith, Logan Haas, and Liam King to bring it back within a goal after St. John McCaddy got his hat trick 45 seconds in. 1 goal lead, 8:55 remaining. Away we go. McCaddy trying to carry it in. King picks up the puck on the backhand, trying to get around Denny, and there's a penalty coming up. Big hit to the right. We have a Falcon down. McCaddy is the player heading off right now. Let's see what the official call is. It happened to my right as the play was going left, so I missed it. King was the player injured. Looks like McCaddy is, 2 and a 10. 2 and a 10. Power play coming up. For the Falcons. Face-off one back by Connellsville. Shot on, save, and held on to Helsel. Back across, Smith. Smith at the point. Has Mazik. Mazik shot just wide of the cage up. Crucio. Inflected, it's going to look for the tip in front. Mazik's able to keep it in. Smith for the backhand. He'll throw one around. It'll go back into the abyss. Connellsville will throw this one through. Myers watches it go past the cross. That will come out of the zone. Smith back. Throw on Crucio across. Carrying it in is Denny. Denny. Try to find it back in the abyss. Here we go. Denny throws one through. Up around a bounce goes right to Crucio, and it's going to come out of the zone. Mazik across. 53 seconds remaining in the 2-minute minor. Mazik will have to. Looks like he either got hurt or he lost the skate here. Back across McIntyre. McIntyre will dump this one down. Smith. Carrying it out. Out of the zone. Smith. Behind the cage. Up to the point. Crucio. Back for Smith, shot, tipped in front, rebound opportunity. Oh, House was right there, but couldn't get a bouncing puck. Shot will come across, Snyder gets the puck, backs off, throws one on, tipped around side of the cage. Goes back behind. That one comes out, 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Power play has expired. Connellsville brings it in behind. Wonar throws one in front. Back down. Jenkins. It'll be cleared up, and Swaney gonna watch the puck come around. Ooh, opportunity here for Lineman. Rebound comes on, save made on a shot by Knoch. They'll throw one behind Lineman. And that's going to come out Connellsville. Whitaker couldn't get to it. So McCaddy's boarding and misconduct for 10 minutes and the minor for 2 minutes. They both came at 8:21 of the frame, or 8:12 of the frame. That's going to come out of play. Knoch will pass this one out off of the stick of Swaney. Weiland up across. Up for Wonar. In his own zone. Back out it goes. It'll be tipped around. Oh, opportunity here for Lineman. Back down Wonar. Regroup. Knoch. Shot tipped out of play. 5:19 remaining in the third. At 8:12 of the regulation, that will do it for McCaddy for the regulation. He'll have a minute 12 into overtime if they decide to, if they do get to that point. Back across. Connellsville watches it come in. Smith watches it back down. Swaney up for Pasula. They tipped in Swaney. Snyder's shot comes off of a tip behind House. Rebound looking in front. Mitchell will battle him off. That comes out. Tipped across. Myers watches the puck go back in. So that was Davis. Davis with the big hit. Back down Myers. Myers throws one through. That one goes the length of the ice. Icing is the call. 4:26 remaining here in the third frame. 5-4 is your score. Knoch holding on to a slim lead over Connellsville. Shots are 28-25 in favor of the Knights. Hughes, back to the point, shot on, save made, sits down and held on to by Helsel. Face off one back. Gonna be shot on, blocked. That one's going to go back all the way to length. Sabatine will chase this one back in the near quarter. He'll backhand this one across for Wonar. Back around for Sabatine, but it's going to be Stoll. Stoll will tip this one out for Weiland. Be shot behind. Weiland up for Hughes for Denny. Denny on the tip out. Back out to the points. That was Volek. Back for Denny. Shot on just wide of this cage. Knights will regroup. Weiland's shot will go wide. Rekic was looking for the shot too. Denny will take the puck and just pass this one back out. Volek across for Weiland. Weiland carries it in. Sabatine chases it down. That'll be dumped out past Ross, and that's an icing call. 3:08 remaining here in the third frame. Well, I saw this in I believe my last contest at Kirk-Nevin Arena. The next to last contest there, West Allegheny and Greensburg-Salem. Greensburg-Salem 5-0 heading into the third. It was a 6-5 win for West Allegheny. This one was 4-1 heading into the third, 5-1, 40 seconds into the third, and wait for it. It's a save made by Helsel. Big save on a Mazik shot. 5-4, 2:51 remaining. Had a really big opportunity for the Falcons there. Smith behind the cage. Mazik got absolutely robbed by Helsel. Knoch will dump this one back into the cage. Beautiful save by Helsel. Smith into the zone. Smith gets around. Shot on blocked on a shot by King. Smith tries to throw one. Our friend's going to be lineman taking this one back. That's coming the other way. Christie. Mazik on his cage. Jenkins with the help. King for support there. Picks up the puck and just dumps this one in on cage. Davis throws one up. Out for Smith, and it goes past him. Opportunity coming to the way. Christie had his team. Runs into him. Jenkins. 1:54 remaining. Jenkins up for Kings. The killer, Denny, falling down as he's trying to play it. Jenkins, a little bit of help there. It's going to come all the way back down. Back down. Picked up by King. King into the zone. Blocked. Mazik tries to get around a defender. Picked up by Knoch. Sweeney gets around a defender. Sweeney with Wolnar. Shut. Save made. Daniels Nimick. 1:24 remaining in the third frame. 5-4. Knoch still leads. Face off. Coming to the right of the senior netminder. And that is a timeout. We'll be back.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
1:24 remaining here in the regulation. 5-4. Knoch holding on to Connellsville. Connellsville 3 straight goals in 3 minutes and 10 seconds in the third frame. Smith, Howes, and King after a St. John McHattie hat trick goal. McHattie in the box for a major, so he won't be eligible for the remainder of at least regulation. Face off to the right of Daniels Nimick. Connellsville takes it back. Smith, Matty Smith will bring it across. Barfino will dump this one in behind. Net is empty to our right. Connellsville's going to have it, but opportunity here. Smith blocks it. 1:06 remaining in regulation. Comes back down around. Barfino battles in the corner. It's going to come back out all the way the length of the ice. Icing is the call. 59.5 seconds remaining. You have 6-on-5 coming back down. Face off to the right of Helsel. Lineman steps in with Barafino. It's going to be one. Back by Connellsville. They'll dip this one in behind the cage. Snyder's going to chase it down, but nobody home. Whitaker can't get to it. Smith up at the point. 51 seconds. Back across Whitaker. Looking across. It's not going to be home. Smith tips and Brent. Oh, it just goes wide of the cage. Back around. It's going to be chipped out and back to Wonar. Back here. Whitaker across. Barafino leaves it for Whitaker. It's going to be back for Garlic. Garlic battles in around. Comes in, shot on, save, made, no chance there. 30 seconds remaining to chase it back down. Wonar, 26 seconds, passes this one back in. Smith is going to be offside. They're going to need to regroup. 22 seconds remaining. He goes back out. Barafino back across. Whitaker can't get to it. It's going to be turned around Cleared back out by Weiland. Monar couldn't get to it, so on the backhand, it's going to be dumped the length of the ice. 8 seconds, time 7.3 on the icing call. Here we go. Face off to the right. Pelsel. No timeouts remaining. Face off one, back by Knoch. 5 seconds remaining. They're just going to tie it up in the corner. 2 seconds. That's it. Time will expire. Knoch will hold on to it. 5-4 is your final here at the Frozen Pond Arena. Woo! Knoch defeats Connellsville, moves 5 points ahead in this division in the D2 level. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night. Thank you for joining me from Frozen Pond. We will be back here at Frozen Pond Arena for Knoch Hockey in 3 weeks. December 15th, they'll be hosting Burrell. So come back and check it with me here. I've got 2 games in between. Both are at Alpha. Enjoy the remainder of your night. Take care. I'll see you next Monday.